Perfect.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rod Murray, and this is the What's the Game Plan. I am joined here with Greg and Matt, two representatives of the Las Vegas Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. How we doing, gentlemen?
Doing good, doing good.
Doing great, man.
Hey, man, so I appreciate you guys taking time out of your evening to join me on this great episode. I think we have a big matchup between the 3-0 Bills this weekend and the 2-1 Raiders. So it would only be fair if we got two of the fans on here to rep their team and content creators forward. So as the home team, Matt, we'll give you an opportunity to introduce yourself, Phil. Just talk a little bit about how long you've been a Raiders fan and what do you do now?
Yeah, I've been a Raiders fan, since I was a little kid. Older cousins and uncles, in the early 80s were fans, and they sort of brought me along. I've been a season ticket holder since the late 90s, all the way through all those terrible years. Got tickets in Las Vegas now. Moved from Oakland down to San Diego a couple years ago, and I'm here just sweating hard. It's hot.
I like it, man. Sebastian Janikowski is a Florida State guy to me, so that's always the Raiders. The Raiders always hold a special place in my heart. Greg, representing the Bills, how we doing?
Good, man. Over here, I'm at cover1.net. We do a lot of work on film breakdowns and the Scouting Academy and a lot of the fun part of football. And I've been a Bills fan my whole life. Born and raised in Western New York. I moved around a lot as an adult, but, once you're born in Buffalo, it's hard to leave. It's just part of your blood.
Nice. So I will tag these gentlemen's information down in the bottom of this video. All right, guys, so the rules are simple. All right, we get into this game. We do four rounds to represent each quarter. Each player will have one question per round, and it can be pulled from any trivia site or data analytical site in a trivia-style question. All right, you get it right, you get 7 points. You get it wrong, you get 0. In the event that at the end of the game we are tied, we go into overtime where it is very XFL-ish, and each participant has an opportunity to choose between 1 and 3 points, and the more points they want, the degree of difficulty of the question rises with it. All right? Any questions?
Nah, looking forward to it, man. It's fun.
Greg, now as the visiting team, you get to choose whether or not you want to go first or you want to defer.
I got to trust the process. When Sean McDermott wins the coin toss, he defers to the second half, so I'm going to let Matt lead off here, and I'll take it after the halftime.
There we go. So Greg is deferring to the second half. So Matt, you're up first. Let's play. What's the game plan? Here we go. First question. Stephon Diggs is currently 4th in the league in receiving yards. The Raiders are allowing just over 400 yards a game passing. What percentage does PFF give Diggs to have over 100 yards receiving? Is it 26%? Is it 19%? C, 31%? Or D, 23%?
I'm going to go C.
Ooh, I guess because they're giving up a lot of yards, he assumed C, 31%, and he would be wrong. Unfortunately, they are only giving him a 19% chance to get over 100 yards receiving in this game.
I thought it was going to be like 92%.
I would lean high, too. I would lean high, too.
All right, they don't have a lot of faith in Stephon Diggs this game. All right, so unfortunately, the Raiders come out the first quarter, do not put up any points, so we'll go to Buffalo, see if they can get a quick lead here in the first quarter. Greg, here we go. Darren Waller has become Derek Carr's security blanket with 11 first downs. Who is second on the team in obtaining first downs? Is it A, Brian Edwards, B, Nelson Aguilar, C, Hunter Renfrow, or is D, Zay Jones?
As a Bills fan, I know it's not Zay Jones. I'm going to go I know Edwards has been off to a decent start. I'm going to say security blanket Hunter Renfrow.
And the Bills jump out to a 7-0 lead. That is correct. Yes, Hunter Renfrow has 8 first downs. He has definitely become the possession wide receiver out there for the Raiders. So it behooves the Bills to find what him and Waller are on third downs.
Waller scares me. Waller scares me on Sunday.
Waller should. Here we go. Going into the second quarter, the Bills have a 7-0 lead. Matt, according to Sharps football stats, what is the Bills' pass rate on first down within their own 21-yard line to the opponent's 21-yard line? So essentially everything outside of the red zones on both sides. Is it 59%? Is it 64%? C, 51%, or D, 69%? What is their pass rate?
I think I'm going to go with C again, 51%.
So Matt is saying the Bills are very balanced at 51%, and he unfortunately will be wrong again.
Oh, man.
They are B, 64%. All right.
It was heavy. They've been passing a lot more than usual this year.
Yep. So anytime they start off on first downs within the 20s, they are 61 pass attempts with a success rate of 62%, and they are averaging 10.9 yards per attempt. So it's almost like a first down anytime they pass on first down. So, all right.
You're looking for that.
Going into the second quarter. All right. Let's see if Greg can get a 14-0 lead, kind of put this game away early. We'll see.
The Bills are real good at blowing leads. It's fine.
Here we go. According to Sharp's football stats, how many yards is Derek Carr averaging per pass attempt? Is it A, 9.4 yards, B, 7.3 yards, C, 10.3 yards, or D, 8.3 yards?
Parent time.
It's got to be B. B7. It's got to be the 7.3.
B, 7.3 would be wrong. Derek Carr is averaging D, yes, 8.3 yards per pass attempt. Yep. And he has 0 interception this year, so he's definitely protecting the ball.
The first 2 weeks, he threw kind of deep the first 2 weeks. Last week, not so much.
Well, if either of those bombs to Ruggs hit, completely changes.
Yeah, then we're probably talking 10.3. Absolutely right. All right, so at halftime, we got a 7-0 lead by the Bills.
Still in it.
It's still in the game. Still in the game here.
Oh, now I got to lead off.
Now you got to lead off. Absolutely. Here we go. Josh Jacobs is currently 5th in the league with a rushing average of 3.7 yards per carry. Next Gen Stats efficiency stat calculates the total distance ran by the ball carrier. What is Josh Jacobs' efficiency rating? Is it A, 4.66, B, 4.45, C, 3.18, or D, 3.53?
I'll go he's more of a B.
Look at him. Shoot from the corner like Steph. It is B.
Yeah.
4.45. He is correct. Now
I think he shot blindfolded that time.
Off the glass.
Jacob's been tough. Jacob, hey. That run game is going to be a problem.
Yep, it definitely will. So, again, the Bills jump out to a 14-0 lead here with the third quarter. That means Matt has to be perfect here to close out the game. Here we go. The Bills' defense is allowing 106 yards on the ground per game, 8th best in the league. According to the Football Outsiders, what is their stuffed percentage? Was it essentially anytime they make a play at or behind the line of scrimmage? What is that percentage rate? Is it 15%, B, 28%, C, 12%, or D, 21%?
I was looking at I know the 106 number. I was looking at that earlier. I'm gonna go A.
Ooh, and he keeps the game alive.
Let's go.
Correct. Yes, he is. The league average is 17%, and the Bills come just up under that at 15%. So they're doing a pretty good job there on defense against the run game. Great job by Matt to keep it close here, to keep it interesting there. All right. Here we go.
I think you go wide left. Wide left.
It hurt.
That still hurts,
To see if Greg can put it away here. Here we go. According to NFLpenalties.com, the Raiders are a very disciplined team at home. How many penalties do they have when they are the home team? Is it A, 3, B, 5, C, 2, or D, 7?
I'll go A3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you wrap up a game there, because it is in fact A. The Bills, the Raiders.
I thought it was 2.
The Raiders have
the Bills
penalties
have not done as well.
The Bills on the road have 6 penalties, so it's a little higher, but relatively quiet. So we shouldn't see much of a penalized game, maybe. None of the stats.
Now, as a loser, do I have to jump off my roof onto a folding table, or how's this work?
It is up to you. Unfortunately, the game is over, but if you want to graciously play up
I
the
just
last
saw
2
an
minutes.
ad. Somebody ran an ad because there's no tailgating and no fans in purpose that all the stores around the Buffalo area have a surplus of plastic
folding
tables.
yeah.
Folding tables. Oh,
Well, do you want to answer your last question?
Yeah. Give Matt the last question.
Matt, here you go. Your last question. All right,
It's garbage time,
It's
or
not-
as we call it, garbage time.
Let's keep the bet line. Let's close out on the points, right? Let's do it better for guys that's betting on points here. Here we go. Josh Allen is quietly placing his name in the MVP race. Through 3 games, he has 1,038 yards on 81 completion rate on 10 touchdowns. What is his pass completion rate on first downs? Is it A, 76.6%, B, 79.3%, C, 72.1%, or D, 74.5%?
I'm gonna go D.
So Matt goes D, 74.5%. You said B or D?
D as in dog.
D as in dog, and no, sorry. It is A, 76.6%.
I was going between A and D. That was
I'm just ecstatic that all the numbers you listed started with a 7. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like anything in the 6s would have been like, he's just throwing away answers now. So I wanted to keep it tough. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Greg pulls away with this one at a score of 21-7. Greg, the floor is yours as the winner tonight.
No, that was a lot of fun, man. This is something that's tough. You know, even the guys who do a lot of their homework, some of those were some fortunate guesses, but it's a lot of fun. This is a great time, and looking forward to a really good game. I think this game is a near must-win for the Raiders. Got some tough things coming up in the schedule. It's a home game with a team they might be battling for a playoff spot later on. So I think the Bills are going to face a desperate team coming up here, and looking forward to a really good game.
So what's your score prediction?
So I do think that the injuries are going to be tough. I think that this was a fully healthy squad, some of the speed with Ruggs and the physicality with Edwards puts them in a tough spot where the strengths of the Bills defense are. And then if Trent Brown comes back, but some of the limitations there, I think the Bills offense is just explosive enough. I think it's going to be maybe 28-31. I think the Bills might win by a field goal. I think their offense is just enough there. I don't think they're going to stop the Raiders, but I think they might be able to outscore them.
I like it. Matt, how about yourself?
I think both teams are getting into the 30s in this game. I know the Bills have a lot of talent on that side of the ball, but it doesn't seem like they figured it out yet. And it might take a couple more weeks, with the COVID, no tackling and stuff like that before they finally gel. So I'm going 34-31 Raiders. We're gonna eke this one out.
There we go. We break. The Bills are currently one of the 7 remaining teams that's undefeated, and Matt says that'll end this upcoming Sunday.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Greg, as a winner, you will receive a shirt that says, "Hey, Bills, hire me as a scout because you do know your stuff." All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of What's the Game Plan? I am Rod Murray. Thank you for watching.
Perfect.